Hey guys, it's Francis here to lead you through a 30-minute Vinyasa Flow. All you need is your mat. If you have blocks and want them, I'll cue when you need them. Otherwise, let's get started. We're going to come down to child's pose. So, knees go wide, sit your hips back, and then extend your arms out in front of you. Bring your forehead down to the ground. Take a nice deep inhale breath through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth. Just softening into your body. Your shoulders dropping away from the ears. Starting to find a rhythmic breath. Easy inhale and exhale. And take a few more rounds just like this. Starting just to come into your body, noticing how it feels without judgment. Just observe. Good. Let's walk our hands over towards the left side of our mat and stack your right hand on top of your left. This is going to accentuate the stretch all down that right side of the body. But keep your head heavy. Good. Big breath in. Breath out. Sink those hips towards the heels. Good. Bring yourself back over towards the other side. Left hand on top of the right. Big stretch through the left side of the body. Good. Softening in last two. Good. Come back through the center and then roll yourself up into a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists, your hips on top of the knees, and let's get into some cat and cows. Inhale, breath, drop the belly, peel the chest open, spread through the collarbones. Good. Exhale, round the spine, dome the upper back, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, belly drops, open up. Good. Exhale, round. Keep going like this on your own. Maybe add some side-to-side movement into the hips, letting your body kind of make figure eights. Hips pushing back towards the heels, rolling forward. This is a good time, too, to just turn your fingertips back towards your knees and then stretch out the forearms. Taking our time just to create some warmth in the spine is always helpful for the rest of our flows. Good. One more breath. Come back to neutral spine. Tuck the toes underneath you and just lift your hips up and back. Start to pedal out your feet. Right, left, right, left. Observing first just how the body is. Maybe a little bit tight in the hamstrings. I feel that for sure. So just notice how the body is. Few more breaths before we start to move a little bit more. Nice solid breath. Breathe in. Breath out. Good. Look forward. Come high into your heels and then tippy-toe your way all the way up to your hands. Feet come all the way together. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold it down. Rise up, arms sweep up overhead. Good, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart center for a second. Close your eyes, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Ground down through the ball mound, the heel of each foot. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Finding this connection to the ground. Lift your 10 toes off the mat, so feel your arches engage a little bit more. Quads engage. Everything lifting and lengthening. Big breath in. And then exhale, drop those toes back down, but keep that engagement. Arms lift up towards the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step your left foot back first, then your right. We're taking chaturanga. Bend at the elbows. Now, you can also drop the knees down to the ground, no problem. Elbows staying tight to the body. Upward facing dog. So I want you to roll the shoulders back. Take a second here. And then exhale, push it back, downward facing. Good. Look forward towards the top of the mat. This time, maybe you want to hop, little jump, light landing. Your feet come between those hands. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Rise up, stand up. We don't spend as much time through these second and third rounds. Take a little back bend if you'd like. Bend at the elbows, open the heart. Good, inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back. This time the right foot goes back, then the left. Chaturanga, maybe knees down or not. Up dog, you open up the chest. Send it back, downward facing dog. Let's take one more round. Inhale high in the heels, bend the knees, walk, step, float all the way up, light landing, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Rise up, arms sweep up overhead. Good, drop your left hand by your side and reach up and over. Keep the chin off the chest, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, left arm comes up, inhale. Exhale, drop right hand down, push those hips towards the left. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Arms lift up overhead. Exhale, dive forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Maybe you step or jump back this time. Up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. Good, let's start to add on here. Reach the right leg up and back behind you. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest, round forward. Inhale, reach it up and back. Feel that core start to turn on. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time. Exhale, knee to chest, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, lightly step your foot down. If you can, your heel first, then your toes. Let's drop our left knee to the ground and reach our arms up overhead. Good. Take your time, square your hips off, and then extend those arms up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take an inhale. Exhale, baby back bend if it feels okay. Bend at the elbows, open the heart. Broaden through the chest. Good. Inhale, breath, reach those arms up overhead. Right hand down, left hand goes up towards that right side. So you're stretching all through this long line, that left hip flexor. Good, inhale, bring it back up through the center. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, left elbow outside of right knee. Maybe you push the palms together firmly. Maybe, if you have the balance, tuck the back toe, come off the back knee. Heart stays open. Squeezing through the inner thighs together. Keep those hips level, still facing forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Good, exhale. Release the left hand down. Keep twisting open towards the right. Lift those hips up to your front knee height. Extend through those fingertips. Breathe in. Breath out, show me side plank. So roll open, stack right hip on top of left. Maybe the right foot stays hovering. Maybe you've got a foot for more support. Maybe you've got a knee on the ground. There's lots of options here. We're here for 5. Come into it 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it, chaturanga. Lift it up, up dog. And send it back down dog. You can always take out vinyasas. You can always add them in. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Let's take it to the left side. Inhale, breath. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest, shift forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Find that core strength to hold you, lift you. One more time, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, hold. 4, 3, lift it high, 2, 1. Big step through, heel first if you can, toes down. Drop your right knee down, lift your heart up. Same thing here, square your hips off. If it feels okay, you lean your hips forward, always making sure that left knee's on top of the ankle. Lift your arms up overhead, breathe in. Breathe out. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, let's open the arms, cactus, spread through the collarbones, heart lifts up towards the sky. Good, inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Drop your left hand down this time. Right fingertips reach over. You could even have a block propping up on this. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift that left arm overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center, right elbow outside of left knee. We're twisting. We're getting into our legs here. Maybe you get a little back crack like I just did. Tuck your toe underneath you. Lift your knee off the mat. Heart is open. Squeeze through the inner thighs. If you're taking this variation, find that balance from the midline of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Exhale, release the right hand down, left arm high. It's revolve, low lunge. This side, we keep pushing our hips towards the sky, our shoulders stack open. Breathe in. Good, breathe out. Now, transition to side plank. However you took it on the other side, you push down through the ground. Find the strength, lift from those hips. Maybe the left leg is hovering, maybe not. Your version. Think about those obliques. Last 3, 2, 1. Release the hand down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog on an inhale. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Check in, notice what's different. Notice the heat you've built in the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hold here. Good. Look forward towards the top of the mat. Step your right foot to the outside of the right hand, left foot to the outside of the left hand. Toes out, heels in. Sit nice and low, Malasana squat. So what I want from you guys is to draw the elbows to the inside of the knees. Hands come to heart center and lengthen through the spine. Imagine there's a string attached to the crown of the head, pulling you up, lifting you. Now, if your heels are not on the ground, you can widen your stance. You can also sit on a block underneath you. That's a great way to still access these inner thighs, inner hips. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands down to the ground. Straighten your legs. Let's hang for a ragdoll. Let's get into a little bit of a neck stretch here. So reach either opposite elbows or interlace hands around the head. This is my favorite version of this. And then bend into the knees. Sway side to side if it feels good. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Just starting to get into the back side of the body, the low back, the hamstrings, even sending the stretch down the spine. Good. Release your hands down to the ground, wiggle the feet to touch, and then roll up just one vertebra at a time. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And as your head lifts, big shoulder roll up by the ears and down, and then shimmy it out. Good. Let's start with a little balancing portion here. So hips are facing forward, shoulders forward. I want you to just bring your hands to your hips to start, and then standing knee raise. Left knee comes up to hip height. Engage through the left foot. Immediately turn on those toes. Good. If it feels okay, lift your arms up overhead. You're balancing on that right side. Breathe in. Breathe out, hold. On your exhale, bend into the right knee, send your left leg back behind you. So it's a little variation of Warrior 3. Push through that right heel and kick through that left heel. Hold 3, 2, 1. Land your left toes down. It's high crescent lunge. So you want your feet about hip width distance apart. No need to walk on a tightrope here. Roll the shoulders back, tucking the tailbone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Let's bring our arms back behind us, simultaneously bringing our chest forward, 45-degree angle. Draw the shoulder blades together. Squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. For challenge, reach those arms forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up Warrior 2. Roll the back heel down, arms extend out. So first time with our hips open here, heel to arch alignment, arms extend out. Look out over the fingertips, roll the shoulders back, draw the belly button in towards the spine. Find this almost like a home base. You want your legs to stay the exact same here. Good, inhale breath, reverse your warrior, lift that right arm up and back. Heart stays open, inhale. Exhale, side angle pose, forearm to the thigh, lift that left arm up. Shoulders stacking open. Now option to reach that arm forward, that top arm forward. Option, more advanced, to reach that bottom arm forward to kind of frame the face like you're holding a beach ball right overhead. Good, hold 3, 2, 1. A reverse triangle, you get a little break for that right leg. Lift up through the quad. I want you to scoot that back heel in just so you have a little bit more control over this. Lift your right heel off. Heart open, breathe in. And then breath out, let's take a triangle pose. Push your hips way, way back. Reach forward. Hand comes to the inside of the leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose. See if you can glue weight down, that back foot down on the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, one more. Exhale, release your hands down to the ground and turn yourself to the side. It's wide leg fold. Fold yourself in, draw the shoulders down the back, pull in using your upper body strength to bring the chest closer towards the thighs. Hold on your inhale. Hold your exhale. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands come underneath you, and then lift halfway up here. Turn your left toes towards the back corner of the mat. Skandasana, one of my favorite postures, similar to what we did kind of in that half squat. Lift your heart up if you can. If your heel is off the mat, no problem. If you're working up higher in a side lunge, that's totally fine too. So, heart lifted, maybe one hand comes to heart, maybe two hands comes to heart. Think about lifting from your inner thighs. Good, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the fun part. I want you to move like a ninja towards the top of the mat. Come into half moon. Right toes face towards the top. Your left foot pops off. If you wobble like me, we're all human, right? Stack your hips, stack your shoulders. A block could be really good here for that right bottom hand. That's fine. Otherwise, play around with flirting with the floor. Maybe you touch it, maybe you don't. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend right into that right knee. Land back, warrior 2. Safe landing, arms extending out. Hold your inhale. Exhale, frame your hands around the top of the mat, around that right foot. Sweep that right foot behind you, three-legged dog. Shift it forward, three-legged high plank. Three-legged chaturanga, give it a try. Always optional. Up dog, send it back, down dog. Notice the difference between the right side and the left. Feels good. Let's even it out. So look towards the top of the mat, come high into the heels this time. The left foot steps big outside of that left hand, and then the right. Toes in, or toes out, heels in. Sit your hips back. Malasana round 2. So I wanna offer an arm balance. If you're like, yeah, I wanna get upside down a little bit, bring my head towards the ground, but lift my feet off the ground, you can either stay in Malasana, enjoy the stretch. Otherwise, hands come down to the ground. I want you to bring your knees up towards your armpits. Draw the elbows in, shift your weight forward, maybe 1 foot off, maybe 2. Lift, 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 hold 3, 2, 1. Release your feet down. Come on back to that low squat. So good. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold. Release hands to the ground. And then straighten the legs, wiggle the feet all the way to touch. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. This time, just rise, reverse swan dive. Arms come out. Stand all the way up. Hands come through heart center. And release. We'll take it to the other side. So, back up to the top of the mat. Hands to the hips. Find your breath. Slow the heart rate. Find your standing knee raise. Knee to hip height. Shoulders roll back. They're in line with your hips and your heel. When you're ready for it, arms extend out in front of you. Here's your transition. You draw the belly button in, bend into the left knee, send your right leg back. Little warrior 3 version. Left knee bent, tailbone tucked, hold. Hold 3, 2, 1. High crescent lunge. You come up. You lift your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out, settle here. Good. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Let's bring our hands back behind us. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and start to drop your chest forward. Extend and lean forward as if the crown of the head was reaching towards that top diagonal of the room. Breathe in. Breathe out. Give it a try. Arms come forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwind. Warrior 2. So as you sink into this, your heel to arch alignment, you look out over the left fingertips, you pause. Squeeze through the inner thighs so you get that lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Lift it up and back. Good. Keep that lunge depth. Exhale. Side angle pose, form to the thigh. Reach that right arm up overhead. Good. Maybe you chose to extend that bottom arm forward. Stay low, stay strong. Breathe in, hold 3, 2, 1. Reverse triangle. Straighten the front leg. Wiggle that back heel in just enough. Push those hips forward. Slide that right hand down. Reverse triangle. Maybe even that front heel comes off. And then exhale, take it to triangle pose. Trikonasana. Push your hips towards the back of your mat. Hand comes to the inside. Blocks are also great here. This is my really tight side, so you have to be conscious of this. I also tend to hyperextend, so a little micro bend in that front knee if you need. like me. Hold 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands down. Turn yourself wide leg fold. I'm going to turn myself back around so you guys don't have to stare at my booty all day. Maybe some of you would like it. Now, forward fold. Option this time for round 2. Interlace your hands on the low part of the back and then draw them overhead. Settle in here. Catch the breath. If it feels good to kind of move into one leg and then the other, do it. Good. Release your hands down to the ground. Lift halfway up and then turn your right toes towards that back corner of your mat. Good. Bend into that right knee. Left leg is straight. You're still lifting from the inner thighs. Maybe you can balance your hands off. Wherever you're working, up higher, up lower, or down lower, that's fine. Find your breath. Start thinking about your ninja move forward, right? We're here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly transition towards the top of your mat. Hop the right foot off. It's half moon. You stack the right shoulder on top of the left, your right hip on top of the left. Good, good, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land back, warrior 2. Safe landing, slow landing. Good. Arms come out. One more inhale. Exhale, frame your hands around the top of the mat. Plant the palms, sweep that left leg back, 3-legged dog. Shift it forward, 3-legged high plank, 3-legged chaturanga. Up dog. Send it back, downward facing dog. So good, you guys. We're gonna drop down to our knees and take a camel pose. So knees come down to the ground. This is a very common heart opener, but what I want you to think about in this is not pushing it too hard. So your knees are hip width distance apart. You can measure that with your 2 fists. You can bring them between those inner thighs. Good. And then just stack your hips on top of your knees. Fingertips face down or up, your choice. Kind of as a nice wrist stretch too. Draw those elbows in, take a big breath in. Breath out, push those hips. Good, roll the shoulders back. Your gaze may be up towards the sky. You may be even back towards the back of your mat. You also may be even bringing your hands to your heels if you can keep your hips on top of those knees. Good, roll the shoulders back. Good, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back up to the hips. Woo, good work. Gently sit your hips back towards your heels. Tuck of the tailbone slightly. Palms face up. Close your eyes. Recentering. Good. Let's open our eyes. Send our legs out in front of us. We have made it officially to our bums. That means we're not getting back up. So proud of you. Legs come out in front of you. Now, engaging here, I want to give you the option actually. If you want to keep legs straightened together, do it. You can also take this to a wide leg fold, or even soles of the feet touch, knees go wide. So I'm gonna take it all traditional here. Hands are gonna come back slightly behind you for all of these positions you choose. Lift your hips slightly off and then set it back down. Arms come up overhead, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold right into this. Roll the shoulders back. You can use that upper body strength to pull yourself in tighter. Good. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently roll up. We're gonna take a counter stretch, little reverse tabletop. Hands come back behind you. Come to your heels and your toes. Push your hips up towards the sky. Reverse tabletop, drop that head back. Allow the spine to kind of decompress. And then exhale, drop it down. Scoot your hips towards your heels, lower all the way down onto your mat. Ooh, you've made it to your back. Congratulations. Drop your knees down. Kind of rock side to side for a second, just massaging low back, side to side. Good. And drop your left sole of your foot down, right ankle crosses. Let's take a figure 4. Interlace hands around the hamstring or the shin on that left side and just gently pull. This doesn't have to be super forced. We're just starting to cool down here, using the warmth that we've built just to maybe deepen the stretch slightly, but no force here. Gentle tug, we're not here for long. Good. Switch sides. Right sole of the foot down, left ankle crosses, and then change sides. Interlace hands around the shins, the hamstring. Pulling yourself in. Good. Feeling the stretch through that left outer hip, maybe even into the back a little bit. Just notice where you feel it on your body, specific to you. Different than me, different than your neighbor, your partner. Good. Last few breaths. And gently release. We're going to shift our hips over towards the right side, get in our supine twist. So hips over to the right, stack your knees on top of each other over towards the left. The main thing here in your supine is just to keep both of those shoulder blades down. You may cactus that right arm, and then as your knees fall to the left, try to look over towards the right shoulder. Let your eyes close. Allow things to get heavier. Breathe in. Breathe out. And draw your knees back to the center. Scoot your hips over towards the left side now. And then drop knees over towards the right. Same here. Just cactus the arm, that opposite side of the face comes to the ground as you look to left. Your knees go to the right. Eyes closed if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. And feel this lengthening through the spine on your inhales. The breath traveling up. The exhales, you twist. And you let gravity do a lot of the work. Good. Bring yourself back through the center. Hug your knees in tightly. Wrap your forehead up towards your knees, rounding into this tight little ball. Squeeze all the muscles in the face. Big breath in. Final Shavasana. Fill up space on your mat. Let your arms go wide. Let your legs come wide. Get really comfortable. Maybe that's something over the eyes. Slight tuck of the shoulder blades so that your heart's elevated and open. And then nothing left to do here. You just rest. You let your body soften, become one with your mat. Your hips get heavier. Your glutes relax. Then you work through every part of the body, from the toes all the way through the crown of the head, to release, to soften. Your breath is easy, and it supports you as your mind wanders off to what else you have in your day, whatever it may be. Your breath brings you back to this present moment. To just follow your inhales and your exhales. Soft, easy, without force. Take your time starting to wake the body up slowly. If you want more time in Shavasana, go ahead, do it. Otherwise, you start to invite some small movements back into the toes, into the fingers, the head side to side. And maybe you extend your arms over your head like you're waking up for the first time in the morning. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Roll off onto your favorite side. Use your arm as a pillow, knees in towards the chest, and if you can, keep your eyes closed just a little bit longer. Pausing on your side just to feel the support underneath you. The support of your body holding you, carrying you through this class. And the breath as our guide, knowing it's always there for us. Let's come up into a comfortable seat. Nice long tall spine, and keep your eyes closed if you can. Crisscross legs, or maybe sitting back onto your heels, and bring your hands to heart center. Together we take one final inhale breath through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Bring the thumbs between the brows, third eye center. The light and love in me honors and recognizes the light and love in each of you. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining in on this little 30-minute flow. See you next time.